Western Oklahoma's Little Robe Creek, a serene and impeccable-looking stream, empties into the South Canadian River. The sound of gunfire, horses rushing through water, and death shattered the peace of the neighborhood early on May 12, 1858. What happened between the Texas Rangers and the Comanche Raiders? Have you heard about the famous Battle of Little Creek? After the Revolution, the Texians were more dependent than ever on the Rangers. The Texian army was disbanded by 1838, however, and the war's end left Texas's coffers empty. The Texas Rangers were frequently the only force tasked with guarding the fledgling republic's frontiers. These militia regiments had different names, but they served the same purpose. Their goal was to patrol the boundary while defending settlers from anarchy and Indian assaults. Service terms ranged from a few days to several months, and the meager compensation frequently took the form of promissory notes and almost worthless Republic of Texas paper money. Surveyors were required by the fledgling republic to map unexplored territory. Each county's surveyor was chosen by the Texas Congress, which also nominated assistant surveyors. Mr. Coffee in the 1840s, Jack Hayes, who had extensive knowledge of the southwest frontier, conducted extensive surveys. Texas Rangers were typically equipped with muzzle-loading single-shot rifles and pistols in the early years of the Republic. When confronted by a greater force, the Rangers dismounted and engaged in coordinated combat from a position of safety. Bows, arrows, lances, war clubs, and more horses were carried by their principal foes, the Comanches. The Comanches could attack without notice and swiftly outrun the Rangers by switching horses. The distraction was a well-liked Comanche warfare strategy, in which the leader dispatched a few warriors ahead of the main body to serve as scapegoats and draw the Rangers into an ambush. They would wait until the Rangers were in range, then launch an arrow barrage from cover. In comparison to the time it takes a Ranger to reload a single-shot weapon, a warrior may launch multiple arrows. Some sources claim that the Colt Patterson 5-shot revolvers and revolving rifles Captain John Coffee Jack Hayes purchased in May 1844 originated from the arsenal of the defunct Republic of Texas Navy. Colt had envisioned his revolver as a gentleman's pocket handgun and a military sidearm for officers. There were few purchasers for the delicate except the Republic of Texas Navy and a few officers who used them in the Seminole War. Colt declared bankruptcy and the .36 Cali pistols. The Comanche and Texas Rangers engaged in a crucial fight in June 1844 that altered the course of Indian warfare in the West for all time. What strategy for the Rangers executed against Comanches? The Rangers galloped right into the Comanches, attacking them from behind rather than getting off their horses and finding a safe place to stand. The Rangers' ability to keep firing without reloading after each shot baffled the war chief. The 5-shot revolver tripled each man's firepower by 300%, enabling the Rangers to wage an offensive assault against the Comanche. The pistol fired a round ball with a modest amount of destructive power using a small amount of powder. The weapon had to be taken apart in 3 pieces to reload, making it impossible to do so while in use. The Texas government enacted an act on June 12, 1837, allowing Ranger groups to use friendly tribes members as spies and scouts. These tribes often included the Choctaw, Cherokee, Shawnee, and Delaware. Indians were stationed with the Anglo and Hispanic Ranger groups. The Texans found great value in their understanding of the terrain and battle strategies of other tribes. In the field, Tonkawas and Lipan Apaches frequently accompanied Ranger companies. The Lipans' protection against their major foe, the Comanches, depended on their friendship with the Texans. Lipan chiefs Castro and Flaco rose to prominence as respected executives and company commanders. Throughout the time of the Republic until the 1850s, Tonkawa Chief Placido frequently served as a scout with the Rangers, including at the fight of Plum Creek in 1840. But Indian participation in the Rangers dwindled as the tribes left Texas or were expelled from there. Hispanic Rangers operated alongside Anglo and Indian Rangers in the early years of the country. During the Texas Revolution, men including Juan Segnin and Antonio Menchaca had a reputation as capable leaders who eventually applied similar talents in the Ranger service. During and after the battle for Texan independence, Hispanos were presented with a significant problem. Hispanics were occasionally compelled to switch allegiances to defend their families and way of life. In 1842, Mexican General Adrian Wold stormed San Antonio, taking numerous families with him back to Mexico. Latino membership in the Rangers fell as a result of the tense ties between Anglos and Hispanics. The nascent country mainly relied on volunteer armies to defend its frontiers. To maintain the small number of regular troops, Congress approved the formation of ranger units. Typically, individuals from the same county organized companies to defend the immediate area or take part in a specific battle. Men from a variety of backgrounds served in the early range companies. Frontiersmen from Kentucky and Tennessee, for example, were renowned for their expertise in frontier defense. It would take many years for the Rangers to acquire the skill and vision of the Comanches. Fights like these occurred and many lives were lost. Sometimes there will be a few survivors to tell the tale. Most of the time, there won't be any. Do you think the Comanches are more powerful than the Rangers? What do you think of the Battle of the Little Creek? Let us know in the comments.